Welcome back to Hardball. With just 6 days to the Iowa caucuses, Republican presidential candidate Rudy Giuliani has unveiled a new ad that evokes the 9/11 attacks. And he's campaigning today in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Welcome, Mr. Mayor. It seems to me that in South Asia,
Chris.
and in, how you doing? It seems to me in Pakistan, nobody knows who killed Bhutto yet, Mrs. Benazir Bhutto. But the people that wanted her dead were Al-Qaeda, particularly bin Laden. How would you as president catch this SOB and kill him? How would you do it? Because this president has failed to do so.
I believe we have to put on a lot more emphasis in Afghanistan than we've been doing. I said some time ago we should increase our troops in Afghanistan. We should put more pressure on. This may be now an action-forcing event that has us increase our emphasis there in Afghanistan. We've got to work with the Pakistan government, but we've got to put a lot of pressure on them to help us eliminate Al-Qaeda, help us eliminate the Taliban. And Musharraf has to really now take some very significant steps, it seems to me. Number one, there's going to have to be a complete explanation, investigation of what happened. And number two, there's got to be a restoration of stability. And number three, there's got to be immediate movement toward democracy so that we can't draw definitive conclusions yet, but it seems pretty clear that part of the reason for this was to prevent the movement toward democracy. The very best thing to do with terrorists when they strike and they have an objective is to foil that objective. And by foiling that objective, what I mean is Pakistan should be right back on track toward democracy. I realize stability has to come first, but that should be achieved very quickly.
Let me ask you about the president. When he was in New York at Ground Zero, in his most memorable statement ever, he said, we're going to get the people who knocked down these buildings. He said that back in 2001. It's now 2007. How many years do you think the American people should wait for our president to make good on his promise to get the guys who killed 3,000 Americans? And this guy is apparently in Pakistan, and we haven't done it. Are you satisfied with this?
Well, there's nobody probably more, I'm sure there are people that are just as interested in making sure that we catch bin Laden as I am, but there probably is no one that's more interested in doing that. And I would make every effort as President of the United States, every single thing you could do to try to catch him. I can't say the government hasn't done that. I believe the President has that same desire. But I think we have to redouble our efforts rather than going back and saying, you know, should it have been done, could it have been done. I think everything's been done that can be done. We just have to do a lot more. Sometimes people think it's just symbolic. And it's not just to bring him to justice, although, heck, that's really important. It's also strategically valuable to take out the head of an organization like this. These Islamic terrorist groups, a lot of it goes on charismatic leadership, which is perverse, but it's there. And when you can take out even some of the top leadership that we have taken out in the past has all helped. So if you can get him and his top people, you're going to see some real advantages flowing to us.